Everyone knows that you can find nearly anything with Google. We could do an entire course on using Google searches, but we're going to narrow our discussion to searching for office documents on Google. We're doing reconnaissance right now, finding information about our target. Some information you'll find on the web is intentionally public, but sometimes document owners don't realize how much they've made available to others. For this reason, we're going to blur some of the results from our search, just to be courteous. The first search we're doing is for Microsoft Word documents. Up here in the search field, I've typed in the word site, followed by a colon. From here, you could put in a specific domain, such as corpnet.xyz. But in our example, we're going to just put in .edu. We're not really looking at a particular site or domain. Next, we'll specify the file type, once again followed by a colon. Then we need the actual file extension. In this case, it's .docx. The search results are listed below. Since we did such a broad search, you can see that we have over 800,000 results. We're not going to dive into these, but be aware that all of the results are Word documents with the .x file extensions. If we drop the X from the extension, we would probably get an equal amount of results. Now, if you think about this for a minute, you can imagine all the different information that might be in some of these documents: resumes, job applications, and all sorts of confidential information. Many of the document users are unaware that it's even possible for an outside user to see this information. Let's look at our next tab. Excel files and other spreadsheets are pretty interesting. Many people use Excel to store data, everything from addresses, phone numbers, and email addresses to usernames and passwords. Think about this. How many technology workers keep information about their networks in a spreadsheet? The search format is the same as for Word documents, except that you use .xlsx instead of .docx. If we come down to this one right here, this spreadsheet is a timesheet for a department for this college. It likely contains information that they probably don't intend to share on the internet. Someone doing reconnaissance on this college could use this information to gather the names of the employees in that department. My next search was for Access Databases. Once again, we're following the same search format, but this time we're looking for Access Database, which is .mdb. So for many, if Excel doesn't do what they want for storing data, they might create a database with Access. We didn't get a lot of results from this search, but as I look down this list, I see some very interesting databases, so that's okay. Next, we have PowerPoint files. When presenting to a large crowd, many people use presentation software such as PowerPoint with the .pptx format. A search for the PowerPoint file format gives us over 300,000 results. A few interesting results with this search include presentations about company benefits, retirements, and other human resource information. There was also a presentation for their information technology disaster recovery plan. That might be something you don't want to share with everyone. The last thing we'll look for is searching for PDF files. You can see that there are over 180 million PDF files in this search. You can find all sorts of information stored in PDF format, like detailed employee lists, organization charts, and resumes. We didn't actually download or open any of these files in this demo. That wasn't the intent. We wanted to just make you aware of the power of advanced searches with Google and other search engines. You might say, I would never share anything on a web server. Okay, that might be true. Have you ever stored anything on Google Drive, Dropbox, or other cloud providers? How about uploading a file such as a resume and cover letter? How are these sites handling the documents? Is it with a WordPress plugin developed by a high school student? One last thing to be aware of is this Google Hacking database. In this database, you'll find the search syntax to search for files containing just about everything and anything. Just when you don't think there's possibly another way to use Google to find something, this site proves us wrong. That's it for this demo. In this demo, we did some advanced searches with Google to find Office documents. We viewed the results of different file formats for Microsoft Office documents and PDF documents. We ended the demo by looking at the Google Hacking database.